I ask you to listen attentively here. Listen that you learn. You are now in tune. On the one, the force itself at this time, we call it the Master Blaster Jamming. I am your brother the Rastafari, Ital Iman. My wish here is to point out the significance and the deeper meaning of 11/11/2011. Now that all the hoopla is seemingly over, I will show you the essence of this. And you have heard different scholars, different researchers talk about this phenomenon and the 2012 phenomenon. And we're going to show you how this ties into the polar ice shift. My work has been not to give you so much rhetoric, but to show you what to do in relationship to these topics of El Niño, pole shift, Anunnaki, Nibiru, etc., etc. We will start here speaking of the language of numbers, time, and the planets. 5/5/2000 equals 12. Note, 5 plus 5 plus 2 equals 12. That means that 12 years from then, that was when Mercury, Venus, Mars, Saturn, and Jupiter aligned with the Earth for the first time in 6,000 years. This alignment was prophesied or written on the walls of the Great Pyramid in a so-called Jewish inch code, and it told when the poles would shift, when the end times would come. Richard Noon, author of the book 5/5/2000, brought this point to the public. I interviewed him back in the early 80s at WRFG radio there in Atlanta, Georgia. The key to this alignment is that it was not complete until 12 days later, and that is after 5/5/2000. It was on the 17th that these 5 planets, note, 5 planets aligned for the first time in 6,000 years with the Earth. So you have like 6 planets in alignment. 5 naked eye planets, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Saturn, and Jupiter, aligned with the Earth for the first time in 6,000 years. So this 6,000 years and the 6th planet represented the 6,000-year rule ending of the so-called Illuminati or the Aduma created by the Anunnaki. It was on the 17th that the planets totally aligned. We see a universal language here. The planets are speaking esoterically to us who can read the language. We are called the Chilam Balam in the ancient Maya culture. That means, Chilam Balam means the jaguar priest or the interpreter jaguar. This means then that it would take 12 years for the culmination of the pole shift. Go over and listen to it again now. It would take 12 years for the culmination of the pole shift, which had started in earnest 2 months before May 5, in March, when a 200-mile chunk of the Ross Sea ice shelf broke off and the poles started traveling. The Ross Sea is it's the southern extension of the Pacific Ocean bordering Antarctica. A large part of its surface is frozen, forming what's called the Ross Ice Island. In the Ross Sea is the location of the volcano Mount Erebus. So a big chunk of that Ross ice shelf broke off in March of the year 2000. Currently, we see caps are melting at a rapid rate.
for your love. From the very first time I placed my eyes on you, my heart said follow through. But I know now that I'm way down on your line, but the waiting feel is fine. So don't treat me like a puppet on a string, 'cause I know how to do my thing. Don't talk to me as if you think I'm dumb. I wanna know when you're gonna come. I don't want to wait in vain for your love. I don't want to wait in vain for your love. I don't want to wait in vain for your love. I don't want to wait in vain.
तेरे मेरे प्यारों नजर लग जाए ना, तेरे मेरे प्यारों नजर लग जाए ना, जगनू तेरे मेरे
Summer's here and I'm still waiting there. Winter is here and I'm still waiting there for you. It's been 3 years since I'm knocking on your door, and I still can knock some more. Ooh boy, is it possible? I wanna know, for me to knock some more. You see, in this life there's a lot of grief, but your love is my relief.